going to change the oil, the drive oil. We're going to check the filter. I did this on a Yamaha C3, so hopefully everything is about the same. And it should be pretty straightforward. And I'm just going to like look over it, see if everything's okay. I bought this bike a year ago and I really like it. I've been using it to commute. So let's get started. What you're doing is you need to access this area to remove the airbox. So the first thing we're going to do is remove this left side plastic, and to do that we're going to have to remove some screws. I've already started on these, so you remove this one. Instead of pulling the plastic with this bit of plastic, I think I can reach and try to get the bolts on the airbox. I think that should fit. There we go. And I guess the key is to put it through this bolt here. So let's remove it now. And you can see the airbox is just moving out. So let's pull this out. And there's the filter. Let's look at this thing. Oh, wow. Man, these goddamn filters. I guess they're doing their job, but Jesus, goddamn. Look at that, no oil in it. But the this element is doing its job. I'm gonna see if I can clean it, and then I'll put it back in. If not, I'll buy a new one. You're gonna have to remove this one, which is the part where you fill for the drive oil, and it's right here. So I'm gonna remove that, and I already loosened it up, and it should come out. This one here, I don't know if you guys can tell, this one right here, and these are both 12 millimeter. And there's not a lot of pressure on there. And there we go. That's the oil draining into the little pan here. I'm going to put this aside. And it should take a couple of minutes, but you know, normally people don't change this oil very much. It doesn't get very dirty. It looks very clean. So let this drain for a bit, and we're going to start doing the engine oil. I just like to leave it out like this. To drain the engine oil, there's this here on the left side, and you just unscrew it. There's a little bit of a strainer, so let's see if I can do it without one hand. You can see the oil is just kind of coming out, and it's a 17 millimeter wrench, and I'll show you this in a second after it finishes draining, which is like a 1 gallon milk jug that I cut, and that's pretty much all you need for these scooters. There's not that much oil in there. So this is what came out on the left side of the engine. There's the bolt or the plug, and then you have the spring, and it goes like this, like that. There's this little bit that's a little small. It goes this way, I think. Let me see if it fits any other way. Yeah, it doesn't seem to fit this way, so that's how you know it's correct. And it's actually fairly dirty, the filter. So this is the filter, and what I'm just going to do is just clean this stuff up. Remember, this part goes down. It looks a little bit different. It goes down like this, and the filter goes like that on top. So on the other side was the filter. On this, there's this bolt here, and I've already loosened it, and it's a 17 millimeter as well. Just remove it and make sure you drain it. There's a washer with this, don't lose it. Put this aside, let it drain. The oil actually looks pretty dirty. We're just going to put it in there and tighten it. Right side drain bolt. And then you put the spring with the more coiled parts down, and then the filter goes like that. And then we're just gonna put it right inside. You have to kind of compress the spring a little bit. So I like to make sure that I use a hand socket for this. Just make sure I don't strip anything. The gear oil area, we are going to put the bottom bolt, but not the top one. What I like to use to put the gear oil is one of these, and you can see I can squeeze in the gear oil on this top hole. I just kind of put it like this, and then I just squeeze it until it comes out. And you don't need a lot, you just need a little bit, and that's it. You can see it's gushing out, just coming out a little bit. And what I do, I just put this pen here and let it drain onto it. Once it stops, that's when you put in this bolt. I'm using 1030 oil. And it doesn't take much, but so your dipstick looks like this, and that's how you check the oil. So I'm going to screw it in. I'm going to take the key, start it up just briefly, take it out. It's a little bit high. I'm going to let it warm up for a little bit. Now we're going to check. Just put it in, take it out, and we are on the right mark. So that is it for the Honda Elite oil change, and I'm just going to clean up the garage, and that's it. Hope you enjoy the Honda Elite engine oil, gear oil, and air filter change.